Welcome back, viewers. Thanks for staying tuned in. And just before the break, we were talking about logos, how important it is to have your logo right. And obviously, from the logo, the theme continues on your website, your color scheme, etc., etc. So the logo is the very one thing that you want to use a professional to design it for you, and that's what we advise, and our advisor Mohammed Khalid is saying as well. So from there, I wanted to also ask you about restaurant websites. You know, what's the need to have a website?
Everyone nowadays, whatever business or profession they're in, regardless of how big or how small they are, everyone's got a website, because the one place that people look for any sort of like businesses, tradesmen, or whatever it is, have they got a website? Now, website is a very easy way of providing information to customers or potential customers about your services and the products that you provide. Now, the other reason why it's a good idea to have a website is because it gives your organization or your company some genuineness. The fact that you're actually a serious business, and people base their trust on your business when they see that you have got a website. If you don't have a website, then people are reluctant to use your services or your products. Looking for you on the internet and finding the fact that you haven't got a website, they sort of think to themselves, hang on,
are they serious?
Are they really serious?
Yeah.
So it gives your customers that element of trust in you, that you are actually a genuine company and a genuine organization.
Definitely. I mean, without a website, I can't think of a business where they shouldn't have a website, really. And I think every single business, I feel, needs to have a website.
Yeah. It's a standard procedure now. You know, 10, 15 years ago, websites, you know, you had sort of like directories and things like that where you can find businesses in your local area. But now people go straight onto their phone, straight onto a tablet to see, you know, if that website or that business exists.
I remember in 1999 when I had my first restaurant set up, I had a website, and people were saying, "Oh, website! Wow!" You know, it wasn't really out there.
Yeah.
Not everybody actually had a website.
No.
Now most people do have a website, restaurant market we're saying, but the one thing that I still find that they're not up to date with or up to scratch with is the pace it's moving on with. You know, search engine optimization. You know, that's one of the next question I was going to ask you. What can you advise for restaurants to do search engine optimization on? I mean, because I find that a lot of people buy a domain, have a website put up, you know, and then that's it.
The search engine optimization important in the sense that it's a way of getting your business or your restaurant or your takeaway business right at the top of Google. Because whenever we as consumers search for businesses, the first place we go to is Google, Yahoo or Bing. Those are the three main search engines. And if we type in, say, for example, wedding venues or Asian wedding venues, something like that, it'll come out with a list of all the wedding venues in, say, Birmingham. If your wedding venue isn't at the top of Google, is not ranked at the top, then no one's going to bother clicking on your website. If it's on page 2, 3, 4 or 5, no one's even going to bother, because no one goes, because people, when they go and search for a business, they're very sort of time pressed. You know, they're in a rush. You know, they want to get to the website and that's it, and see what they actually do. So if I'm looking for an Asian wedding hall in, say, in London, I'd expect to find a whole list of wedding venues, but I'm only going to pick one that is in the right at the top, rather than one that's on the second page or third page of Google.
At least the first page, you know.
At least the first page.
The customer can go scroll around and have a look at
because it's rare that someone will actually go into the second page. They want to find everything right at the level of their eye, to be honest, and usually that is right at the top. So that's why SEO is really, really important, because you want to get your business, whether it's a wedding venue, a restaurant, takeaway, you want to get it right to the top. And having it right to the top means that you're going to get more people clicking on your website, which means that you're going to get more traffic on your website, which means that you're going to get more business. And that is the best way to generate business, having a good SEO programmer to actually do your SEO for you.
So not having your restaurant SEO website SEO and not having that done is like not having your restaurant there on the net. So it's like someone walking on the road and your restaurant's not there.
Yeah.
Although it's there, it's not there. It's not being seen by people because
it's there. Your restaurant might be there, but it's hidden behind, I don't know, a wall or something, or a big massive curtain.
Yeah.
With search engine optimization, it basically works like this. You basically with your domain, your restaurant domain, you're renting space on Google.
Okay.
And if you don't have your domain right at the top of the search engine, for example, your Yahoo, Bing, and Google, then your business is non-existent, really.
Really, yeah.
To people.
So you can spend all that money developing the website, but if you don't have the SEO done or the ranking done, then effectively you're not utilizing your money properly.
No.
Yeah.
No one's gonna see your restaurant. No one's gonna see your business, and from that you're not going to be able to generate any business.
Yeah. In terms of generating business, that's very important because you want the traffic, you want people to see. The more people click, the more customers you're bound to have, especially if it's a takeaway. I mean, I see a lot of Indian takeaways. They still don't have websites. I don't know why. It's
quite shocking. I know I've seen it myself. You know, being in this industry for a long time, I've seen a lot of restaurants and takeaways not have a website, and I don't think. To me, it seems like you're not professional, business-like if you don't have a website, because it's one of the first things that you go to any advisor or careers advisor or whatever. They will tell you. Business advisor say that to you. You know what? Have you got a website?
Exactly.
That's the first thing they'll say to you, because that's what actually kind of allows people to see who you are, what you're offering to people, and what products or services you're providing.
No, that's the other thing is social media. I mean, I don't feel that we're still not there on social media market as well.
Social media marketing is probably one of the most
quite a
important.
Few that's doing quite well from it, but there's a lot more people, and I think it's because a lot of restaurant owners don't have the time, or possibly don't know how to.
You have to make time for social media. You have to make time, because there's no point having social media icons on your website, you know, your Twitter, your Facebook, and your Instagram, if you're not actually active on those platforms. Now, social media marketing is probably one of the most important things that you can engage. It's a way of connecting to your customers, and you're connecting to them in real time as well. So a lot of websites nowadays have a Facebook feed or a Twitter feed on their website. So when you have an event, or when you're doing something in your restaurant, or you got a special offer, stick it on your Facebook page or your Twitter, and all your customers will see.
Yeah.
And
that's only if you have made friends with the customers.
Yeah. And to do that, you have to be proactive with your social media marketing. And I think it's vital for every restaurant and takeaway to do social media marketing at least 3-4 times a week. You know, you don't want to bombard your customers with messages every single day. You want to schedule them quite regularly. So 2 or 3 posts a week is fine. Just tell them about, you know, what you're doing. If you've got an event going on in the restaurant, you might have a special offer on a Sunday, you might have a buffet on a Tuesday. Let your customers know.
Yeah.
Keep them informed. That's what customers like, and it adds a personal touch as well, which a lot of customers will appreciate.
Yeah, in one of the shows in the past, I've mentioned about social media marketing, and one idea that I'd like to I've shared with a few people, a few guests, is that social media marketing, there's many opportunities for you to use it, and when a customer is in the restaurant, it's quite easy to get them to market you.
Of course.
You know, reward them for putting you on Facebook or liking you on Facebook. Maybe a cup of coffee and say, look, you know, I'm going to get you a free coffee. Please, here's my tablet. Please write a review for today's and put it on the Facebook or put it on Twitter. You know, that is something that customers can easily do while they're in your restaurant.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because what we tend to do when we go to a restaurant, myself, when I go out with my friends, the first thing people do is probably just update the status to say where they are.
Mm-hmm.
And straight away that goes onto your Facebook or your Twitter feed. And when we have a nice curry in a nice place, nice restaurant, nice environment, nice atmosphere, we tend to put it on our Facebook straight away.
That's right.
And you start getting likes and so forth. Now, if I went to an Indian restaurant to have a meal with my family on a Sunday, I'll go on Facebook and say, look, I had a fantastic menu, awesome, fantastic meal at this awesome restaurant. You've got to try it out. Straight away, people are promoting your restaurant without you even doing anything. Yeah. And we do that every day. Everyone does that. So if you don't have sort of like social media platforms on your restaurant or your takeaway website, you're losing out straight away. Big time. You're losing out big time.
Yeah, there's a huge opportunity.
Exactly.
It's just about utilizing it the right way. And I think, you know, we're getting there, but we're a little bit slow at the moment still.
You have to be proactive. You have to be on the ball, to be honest, with your social media marketing.
Yeah.
And
what about outsourcing social media marketing? Can that be done? You know, if someone can't make the time, are there people out there who actually take on social media marketing, where they will be doing the tweeting or the writing for you? Yeah,
you can get different companies to do your social media marketing for you, but I'd advise you to sort of keep it in-house, to be honest.
It's more personal then.
Yeah, it's more personal. I mean, if you tweet something, coming into the restaurant on a Saturday afternoon and saying hi everyone, something like that, or mention a name or something like that, it gives that personal touch, and it's nice as well. And I think with a lot of restaurant and takeaway bosses, they have started being more sort of social, but not as much as they
what the potential holds.
Yeah, exactly. And I think another important thing is with the social media marketing is reviews as well. Now, a lot of websites nowadays have TripAdvisor on the website, which is a good thing, because a lot of your customers will come in, and if you've got that facility on your website,
that's what I was trying to say earlier on. Yeah,
it's fantastic, because
if the customers here in your premises and they've enjoyed it, they've enjoyed it. Not everyone's going to go on TripAdvisor and say, oh, I really enjoyed the meal. You know, to be honest, people go more often to complain rather than compliment. So I think, imagine you're a customer at my restaurant. While you're sitting, you've had a great meal, you've complimented me. Imagine if I just said to you, here's the tablet, please give us a good review on TripAdvisor, we'll really appreciate it. I don't think anybody will turn you down just quickly.
No. And that's what you should be encouraging. You should be encouraging your customer. You mentioned before, offer them a free coffee and tea or whatever, but sometimes you don't even have to do that. No. If they've had a nice meal, and the customer service has been fantastic, they'll give you a review automatically. They'll go home straight away and they'll go on their Facebook or their TripAdvisor and they'll say, you know what, I had a fantastic meal at this restaurant, 5-star, and that's it. And when myself and yourself as well, when you go to a restaurant or when you buy something, you always look at the reviews, don't you? The first thing you look at, you might go to Argos and say, you know what, I want a vacuum cleaner. Let me look at the reviews for this product.
Yeah.
Same principle applies to restaurants as well. You look at their reviews and see like 450 reviews for this particular restaurant.
I want to stop you there, and we're going to just go back into a break again, and I'll come back and just continue from there. Viewers, again, stay tuned, please, and we'll see you after the break.